The internet, a wonderful thing that connects the world together, for better or worse. We use everything for the internet now, and I feel kids of today who have grown up with just coziness of the internet in the palm of their hands now are kind of taking for granted just how powerful the internet is. I think it goes without saying that the biggest function, the number one function that I think every single person on the internet shares a collective experience of is going onto Google and typing in, what the hell does this word mean? So today I found an interesting article created by crosswordsolver.io. I don't know exactly what that's about, who decided to take all of these billions and billions and billions of Google searches that are done in all or most of the countries of the world and figure out and separate them per country. What is the most searched word in terms of trying to find the definition of per country, which must have been really difficult to compile because according to this article here, 8.5 billion Google searches are done every single day. Every single day. And luckily, just for people like me, they've compiled it into an easy to see little graphic of the world right here. So we're going to be checking out some of them and judging each country, I guess, on what they search on the internet. So let's start over in North America right here. What is the most searched word in the United States in terms of definition? It's gaslighting. God. Twitter has really just like ruined all of our lives, hasn't it? Canada's was woke, which is interesting. Mexico is science. I didn't know, people didn't know what science was, but I guess we're here now. El Salvador and Honduras is responsibility. I think there's a lot of people who have been told like you gotta take responsibility for this, and they're probably just thinking like, what is responsibility? I don't even know. I need to know the actual definition of the word to win this argument against my nagging wife. This one's interesting. Haiti and Jamaica have searched up love. Is that stereotypical? You'd think that a country like, especially Jamaica, the inventor of reggae music that talk about love all the goddamn time, would know what the definition of love is. Just listen to any Bob Marley song and you'll know what love is. It can be anything and everything according to reggae music. And Bahamas has looked up culture. You know, when an anime fan like me hears culture, we think of something completely different, and I like to think that the Bahamas are just full of civilized men who enjoy some good old anime titties. Let's head down south, though, and look at South America. And there are, wow. Brazil has looked up terrorism. Is Brazil in any danger of terrorism? I don't know. I don't know what the geopolitical, situation in South America, or really the majority of the world. I focus mostly on Japan stuff, so excuse me if I'm not up to date on every single geopolitical situation in the entire world. Paraguay looked up job. Uruguay looked up tenant. Do they have like a lot of empty houses there? I don't know. Guyana looked up metaphor. That's interesting. They're looking up the meaning for metaphor. Huh. I mean, I guess it is kind of different, right? Like, I do kind of understand this one because I think a lot of people especially mix up a metaphor with a simile. I've made that mistake as well because guess what? I don't think I know the difference either. But I know how to use metaphors and I know how to use similes. So you got to give me some credit for that. And Ecuador over here really thinking with the word philosophy. Yes. I think philosophy, again, is a very open-ended subject. You know what? Maybe there is no correct answer for the definition of the word philosophy, which would be very ironic. Let's head on over to Europe, though. Let's see what Europe is looking up. First of all, Ireland and the UK. And Albania and Greece and Bulgaria and Romania, Slovenia are all looking up pegging. Europe, is there something you're not telling me? Is there something you're not telling the world right now? Are you perhaps interested in a little peg sesh? Belarus is looking up extrovert, maybe because the country is full of introverts? I don't know. Or maybe they just learnt what an introvert was yesterday and they want to know what is the opposite of an introvert. Denmark and the Netherlands and, in a sense, Belgium are also on the same boat as Canada. They have no idea what the fuck woke means. Belgium has gone one step further and is looking up wokeism. And oh my god, I just saw this. It's tiny right here. Luxembourg is looking up podcast. Yo, shout out to all of the Trash Taste Luxembourgian fans. Luxembourgian. What do you call people from Luxembourg? Fuck. Switzerland is looking up Gen Z, which, you know, I get it. You know, words like Gen Z and pegging and woke and stuff like that, you know, words that were kind of created on the internet. I understand, you know, why you might want to look up certain definitions of that. But Georgia right here has the word metrosexual, which for any Georgians watching this video, metrosexual is when you are sexually attracted to trains. And again, we got love here again from Portugal. Why? I mean, I guess in this dark and dank society that we live in the 21st century, you know, maybe we are all missing a little bit of love, and maybe some people just want to figure out what is love. All right, let's head down south towards Africa. Mauritius, all the way over here, is looking up the word tourism, which I guess makes sense because I don't know anybody who's been to Mauritius, do you? Hey, shout out to all my Mauritian fans. Mauritanian, whatever you guys are called from Mauritius. Geography was not my strongest suit. Right in here, I don't see what country that is, but they're looking up the word entrepreneurship, which is kind of interesting. And again, another interesting one. So many countries like Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Niger, Democratic Republic of Congo are all looking up, and Tunisia are all looking up the word love. Why is everyone so interested in love? Love is everywhere. Love is all encompassing. You don't need a definition for love. South Africa is sticking to their, scientific side of things, looking up photosynthesis. Really thinking about the environment right there. I guess the Ivory Coast is starting to get involved in some gymnastics. Sure. Go for it, bro. And Zambia, we got to talk. Zambia? What is this? Why are you looking up the word sodomizing? That is not a word you need to learn. That's not an English word you need. All these other words? Sure. Good to know. Sodomizing? Something's happening in Zambia, and I don't want to ask. All right, let's head on over to Middle East and Central Asia. Kyrgyzstan is, again, wanting to know what an extrovert is. Let's see. Saudi Arabia is looking up monotheism. Damn, they're on another level. And again, Iraq wants to know what love is. What is love? And what is this one? Uzbekistan is looking up the word entrance. Entrance to what? Meanwhile, Turkey is, again, on another level. They're already on the AI train right there. They want to know what the fuck the hubbub is about this AI shit. But finally, let's go over to the rest of Asia and Oceania. Pakistan wants to know what the fuck an adjective is, while India is, like, not even there yet. They're still stuck on noun. Which, you know, I get it. English is a difficult language. I get it. Noun, adjective, metaphor, gymnastics, these are all hard words. Bhutan is trying to get into the social media game. I respect that. Meanwhile, something's happening in Indonesia, bro. Something's up in Indonesia because they're wanting to sentence a bunch of people, apparently. Meanwhile, New Zealand are just looking up women. You know what? They're way too happy over in New Zealand, and it sickens me as an Australian. How dare you? Because Australia is clearly struggling with a completely different problem over there. And, you know, I fully sympathize with this one. As someone who also got bullied in school, shit sucks, man. I don't like it. Stop doing it. If you bully people, you are a C word. And finally, after everything that we saw, what is Japan looking up? They are looking up Mehera, which is the most Japanese word ever, but actually derives from an English word. Basically, Mehera is like someone who needs mental health care, which I would argue is the majority of people in Japan. So yeah, that's kind of scary, and if that doesn't send a message to what the current crisis in Japan is, then I don't know what will. Overall though, a very interesting list. I feel like I learned a little bit about the world. I feel like I learned a little bit about humanity, and if you want to check out this for yourself, because obviously I couldn't cover every single country in the world in this, but then I've left the link to this particular image down in the description below, so go check it out at your own leisure. Let me know what your country voted as the most searched for word definitions. The internet doing a good job bringing the world together for better or worse. But anyways, guys, this is just a dumb little video I wanted to share. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack my face right here. Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep making big channel number go bigger. Over here next to my head is a couple more videos you can check out if you enjoyed this one. Links to my social media, as well as my Patreon to support me directly, and Nonsense, my clothing brand. That's something you should be checking up by clicking nonsense.jp. Links in the description. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.